Hey, this is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. Hey, this is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir prepared, but it's just AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
This player props, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Said this player props, yeah. This player props on a mission, and with all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line to predictor is helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the score, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our turns, so run us all up. Us the best with alignment, we do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we better than spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. Player props betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge, it means opportunity. Making deposits, that's nothing that's new to me. This one embedding, we building up unity. This player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat your said this player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Hey, this is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir prepared, but it's just AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even if feet first. Now.
All right. I didn't do that exactly the Matthew McConaughey style, but it was close enough. All right. I think that was closer. So, yeah, welcome back to the Two for the Money show. It has been a few weeks since we've been on it. 2 weeks ago, I was in Atlanta for a wedding, and then last week, I mentioned in Discord, I blasted you guys that I was near death. I could not breathe out of any nostril, so of course, if I can't talk, it's going to be really hard to do this show. So right now, if you're just hopping in, the number one thing that you want to do is you want to lock in the YouTube chat, specifically the YouTube chat. If you're watching this on some other platform, hop over to the PlayerProps.ai YouTube, drop your single favorite NFL pick for today. So how this Two for the Money show works in a nutshell is You guys drop your favorite stuff. We see if the AI agrees with it, and then we simply are building a lot of 2-pick parlays specific to like stat and bet types. So I'll do like a 2-pick passing yards, 2-pick receptions, 2-pick receiving yards, and do all that stuff based on what you guys are saying in the chat and then what the app is agreeing to. Now, I did mention you don't want to be late to the show, so everybody tuning in, you get a little story time with Travis here. While you guys are filling in the YouTube chat with what you like, I'm going to tell you how crazy the last 3 weeks have been. So, I don't know who pays attention to what outside of betting with things I talk about on the other shows that I drop or in the Discord, but I have to. I want to share this story, and I didn't want to put it like in the Thursday Night Football video, the Monday night and the Sunday night videos that are already out there that you definitely need to check if you haven't watched those yet. But here's a quick like, this is insane, and this is my last 3 weeks of my life. So, October 26th was a Sunday, right? I do the show, I do the Two for the Money show, and then I pack up, hop in the car. My car is a 2024 Ford Mustang, and you know that I'm always in this office working, so I like barely leave the house. It's super low miles on it. So what I was doing is I was driving down to South Florida, about a 2.5 hour drive to Boca, because there was like a sports investor summit that I was going to be there for the few days. So as soon as I do the show with you, the last time you saw a Two for the Money show, I drive down, I wrap that show with you guys. I drive down to Boca because the first night, Sunday night, that same day, there was like a networking cocktail party at this dealership. So I'm there, I'm at the dealership, I'm meeting all these former NFL and NBA players and all these investors and stuff. We're having a good time. But outside, it was like storming the entire night. It was raining. So when I get out to pick up my Mustang from valet, it's like still raining crazy heavily. So I'm in the car, and then I'm like, I plug in my Airbnb that I was staying at in South Florida into my like the GPS Google Maps, and then I pull out of the parking lot past the stop sign, and then my car just stops, which doesn't make sense really for a 2024 Ford Mustang with low miles. But I didn't realize why it stopped until like 3 seconds after it stalled. The infrastructure of this road was so horribly designed, and this city, out of the entire existence of the city existing, which is what, hundreds and hundreds of years, or maybe hundreds of years, record flooding. So my car, my Mustang, which is crazy, not like super high off the ground because it's a Mustang, I take this right off the stop sign, and I essentially drive. When I tell a story, I refer to it as a lake. It wasn't a lake, it was a street, but it was essentially a lake on the street. That's how bad the flooding was. And I just done. In front of the car is submerged. So the crazy part is not what happened to the car. The crazy part is the last 3 weeks of my life after this. So of course I have insurance, and so the next morning, it required 3 or 4 firefighters to push me out of the water, and then me and the valet guys helped me get it to a parking spot. And if you're just tuning in right now, what people are doing in the YouTube chat is they're dropping their single favorite NFL bet, and then while you guys are doing that, and we're logging a bunch of those, I'm going through this crazy story. So that's why you're hearing the story right now while you guys are adding all your picks. So I call Monday morning, so this is October 27th, I call insurance, I file a claim. They're like, yeah, we're going to send a tow truck there. Tow truck never comes. And so I use my AAA that I'm a member of, get it towed, and I'm going to try to do the shortest version of the story possible so we can hop right into the picks. But long story short, I had to get a rental car in South Florida because my car was essentially totaled. Like when you get a car and you drive it into again, it wasn't a literal lake. It was a lake that was built upon a street because the storming was so bad. But the car, there's no scenario where the car is not going to be totaled, regardless of the car. So when I leave the repair shop right before I take the rental car and start driving back home to Central Florida, which again is 2.5 hours away, they sent me this report, which actually I have like right here. This thing has 27 system error codes. So they scanned every single electrical, mechanical component, computer component, and they're like, yeah, like there's like water got everywhere. This thing's toast. So this was almost 4 weeks ago, this coming Tuesday. So I got this has almost been a month. everybody so I have State Farm, by the way, which is, yes, I'm definitely throwing them under the bus here. So I have State Farm, and everybody I talk to sounds like they're competent. They know what's going on. They're like, yeah, this is a no open shut case flooding. We just have to go through the progression to eventually get your check to pay you out, and then that's that. So everybody I'm talking to for like the first week and a half are like, yeah, we just have to get through the process. State Farm never sends an adjuster to check out the car for like until 10 days after I filed a claim, which is definitely like, like insane to me. Every other car that was totaled, because there's a lot of cars that got totaled in this massive flood, pretty much mostly the street that was horribly designed. Like, if they had Progressive, they sent somebody out the next day. If they had Allstate, they sent somebody out the next day. Because I had State Farm and because they're incompetent, they didn't send somebody until 10 days later. They're just twiddling their thumbs doing this whole thing. And so this Tuesday of this week, everybody that's I've already talked to, and I call State Farm every single day because there's no way in the world I should be waiting 3 or 4 weeks on this claim. They're just not wanting to total the car and pay it out because the 2024 Ford Mustang is not like just a couple $1,000. It's a pretty decent check that they have to send me, roughly like $35K or whatever. So what they're trying to do, to recap the story, or not recap, but to finish the story, is I have all these recorded calls with them where they're like, yeah, it's totally, blah, blah, blah. We just have to go through the process. The person they send physically 10 days too late to check out the car, she leaves the place saying this is probably going to be totaled. But then she finds out there's a super cheap engine nearby to replace it with. And she's like, oh, if I just fabricate this entire thing and I say that it's repairable and it just needs a new engine, then we can save the company like $26,000 and not have to pay Travis the $35K that his total car is worth. And so I'm literally like, at this point, I've elevated this thing to the CEO of State Farm because what they're trying to do is they're trying to just repair the engine and call it a day, even though I have all of this documentation of all of these error codes, of all of these systems saying that it not only is it unsafe for me to drive a car, even with a new engine, because there's all these safety failures, but it's actually illegal. I found this out. It's illegal to drive this car with these safety issues in the state of Florida. So that's the super short version of that. But now that we have plenty of people who have dropped their single favorite play in there, that's kind of what I just wanted to say. Like, this is not the first time that, like, I've ever had to file a claim or anything, but this is insane where, like, I'm 100% never using State Farm for anything ever again. I'm already, like, searching for other insurance policies, and I still don't have the check in the mail, or I don't have the deposit amount. It's crazy. They're trying to screw me in a way that, like, this is something that you would see on like ABC News or like some national news network about how they have tried to treat the situation to save themselves roughly like $26,000. But yeah, maybe you'll see me on some local news. Who knows? Maybe I'll if they keep trying to screw me, then they're going to be on the news. Okay, so now that we're here, I want to go through all of these things that you guys topped in here. So Juan doesn't know who is QB1. Are you talking about like fantasy football, Juan? Who you want your QB to be? I mean, it's a little too late to put in Tua, so you can't do that because that game's already started. JJ McCarthy, Brissett, Winston. Famous Jameis. Let me tell you about Famous Jameis. This guy, at one point in his career, led the league in passing yards. Do not forget that. This guy closes his eyes, throws the ball up, and if his receivers are good enough, they'll catch it. If not, the defenders will catch it. It's just a risk you have to run with, but he's going to throw the ball up. I don't know. I have Brissett starting in one of my leagues. Don hopped in, and he said Harvey under 53.5 rush yards. So it's interesting to note that J.K. Dobbins is on the IR now, so Harvey is the lead back, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to, run him 25 times. So let's see what I guess we'll start on rushing yards then. We already have one rushing yards play. It's the Sunday Night Football play of the day, which you guys, hopefully you have watched that video and already have locked that in. But, of course, all the quarterback stuff is here. That's why we're going to change this little min line. Let's do 39. Who are we looking at? Denver game. How'd you get? You got 53.5. That's not too shabby. But yeah, Kansas City has one of the best rushing defenses in the NFL over the last 3 games. You see this red here on the screen that says 30th in last 3, which of course means that there's only 2 teams have allowed fewer rushing yards. But then you also have to remember that he is now the lead back for this team. J.K. Dobbins is out. But again, if the team is going to be losing, they're not going to be running too much in the fourth quarter. But I want to stress caution with R.J. Harvey under. So R.J. Harvey went to UCF, which is my alma mater. I bet season tickets. I watched this guy. This guy is probably it's just based on opportunity because J.K. Dobbins is like not anymore because he's on the IR, but he took a lot of his timeshare, a lot of his splits. But it's important to know that R.J. Harvey has the explosive speed that Devon has for the Miami Dolphins. Devon is a slightly faster running back, but R.J. Harvey is in that tier where if he gets a sliver of a gap, he can explode. And you've already seen a few times on some like dump off passes that he's had like crazy long touchdowns. So even though Kansas City is a tough run defense, I mean, everything here looks like it makes sense. But again, you have to remember he is now the lead back for the Denver Broncos. And we just don't know how much rushing attempts he's going to have because of that. But because of that scenario, I don't know if I want to touch that because we have to see. This is his first game in his career that he's been the lead back, so we have to see how that plays out. So I'll pause that for now, Don. We'll get back to that. Drew, Noah Fant over 21.5 receiving yards. This was just talked about in the NFL, one of the NFL VIP channels. So I already know that the app loves Noah Fant over receiving yards, and also Joey, who's a cheat sheet madman. I want to stress this part real quick. I don't put this up here because I want to see, like, this isn't just for kicks and giggles, this joining the Discord no excuses part. This is like a literal mandatory thing we have here. You cannot be as successful as everybody that uses the app and are in the Discord if you're not also using the app and in the Discord. You are curbing your chances at being successful better by saying, I'm not a Discord person. I don't want to join the Discord, or I don't want to have another app on my phone. It's a free to download app. Your account is free to create, and the Discord has so much value, whether you're a free or a premium member, that you are essentially saying, I don't want to be successful by not joining the Discord. So the reason I bring that up is because Joey, we've just added a few new channels as well, NFL data, NBA data, and NHL data, where we take the app and all of the success that it's had and how awesome it is, and we take it to another level where, for this example of Noah Fant over receiving yards, Joey says in his cheat sheet, every time that Noah Fant, the AIs favored the over of Noah Fant this season for receiving yards. The last 5 games, he's gone 5-0. So every single time the last 5 games, the AI liked the over yards, he's gone 5-0. So you might be like, well, isn't that what the accuracy is down here for the AI accuracy on the screen? Yes and no. So the accuracy takes into account all of the overs and unders that the AI favors. But what Joey's cheat sheet does is it makes it specific to the side that is being favored. So Noah Fant over 21.5 receiving yards against the worst passing defense in the NFL. Let's focus on receiving yards first. That's definitely something that we're going to put in. So Noah Fant's the first one of those 2. Now let's find a second receiving yard. Is there any more receiving yard spots? A few people like Noah Fant. I don't want to do 2 Cincinnati players. Looking for the next. Sam Domino likes Addison. Let's see Addison. Minnesota. 1 p.m. game here. Yeah, I mean, Chicago's got a pretty bad pass defense. They're 9th. They've allowed the 9th most pass yards this season and the 2nd most in the last 3. So the only question becomes, what's the best line we can find? 46.5. DraftKings has 46. I mean, let's just go here real quick. I don't know if I'm in love with that graph, but I like the fact that it's a green defense. That's nice. We're going to find the best line real quick for them. Minnesota. Chicago Bears. Okay, so the first one we're doing is... Did I pass him? Oh. The best line possible is Bet Rivers 44.5. So Jordan Addison 44.5. That's the first one. And the second thing we're talking about was Noah Fant versing a horrendous Pittsburgh defense. So did I just say 44.5? 44.5 Bet Rivers. And then Noah Fant, Fanatics has him at 20.5. I gotta jot these down so I don't have to go back and like watch this entire thing. Oh, I just pulled up my notepad, and that reminds me. So I was asking you guys in Discord in the general channel last night, what do you guys want to see beyond sports betting or fantasy sports content? And it seems like it's been a lot of like other golden nuggets that can elevate your life or elevate some part of your life maybe that aren't betting related. So here are like 4 months of videos that I was just kind of spinning the wheels when you guys have brought up this is what you have the most interest in. So like how to create a short form video using the same software that I use, whether you want to use it to be for your brand ambassador videos for PlayerProps.ai or for something else. That's one idea. The other one is how to create a long form video, kind of more horizontal or landscape like this. The other one would be how to stream like I'm doing right now, how to record a podcast, how to travel for free, how to plan a cruise, where to invest, how to start a company, how to use AI, how to do keto, how to buy a car, how to buy a house, how to budget, how to get help with gambling problems, how to set goals and hit them, and how to live a happier life. So these are like, that's like the first wave for the new weekly series that you guys wanted, and we're going to be calling that Beyond the Bets. Because this, again, I asked you guys, what do you want to see video content-wise? And you're like, hey, I want to know other things that can elevate my life beyond what you already teach us to help us with betting and stuff like that. So that's the gist. If you have any ideas, just drop them in the general channel and Discord, and we'll go to there. But yeah, so we're looking for the best line for Noah Fant, and it was Fanatics 20.5. And I was going to record Fant over 20.5. Okay, and then we had Addison. What was Addison's again? 40. I want to make sure I have the right line. Yeah, 44. Addison over 44.5. So those are our 2 receiving yards plays. So now we're going to go to rushing yards. We already have the one from the Sunday Night Football show that I told you guys earlier. So again, you have to watch the shows if you want to learn how to use the app correctly. So that's the first one. And the second one, what other rushing yards? We're staying away from Harvey under because this is his first game as lead back. So we don't know exactly how they're going to use him right now. Let's see. Any other? Here's no Fant puke emoji. I don't see any other rushing yards ones. It doesn't look like. So let's just use the predictor and find another rushing yards prop to pair with the Sunday Night Football show play of the day. Which we're not going to tell you because, again, it is your responsibility to try if you want to win more. If you do not try, you cannot win more. It is that simple. Looks like there's... Oh, I'm only on one game. I was like, what am I looking at? I don't trust David Montgomery. It's so hard to read those running backs in the Lions of who's going to get what kind of carries. I don't like targeting either of them. Swift, Kyron, 9, 7. Let me look at this real quick. So what's interesting about this one is, so he played 3 games this season, right? He played 2 games, and then he got hurt, and he comes back a month later and gets hurt again. And then, I don't know if he gets hurt, but they like inch him back in, and then he gets this much more rushing yards than he did even attempts. Let's actually look at the attempts. Looks like we don't have attempts for FanDuel. There we go. So yeah, 8 rushing attempts, 5, and he's had 9 and 9. So when he got hurt, Jordan Mason became the go-to default back because, of course, that was their only back that was healthy out of the two. And now that he's back, it's not like it seems like Jordan Mason, because he earned more time, even though he's getting 9 carries here, I still think like I like targeting running backs unders in a timeshare scenario. It says his rushing attempts today is 12.5. Is like Mason not even projected to play? Is that what's happening here? He's got to be playing, right? Because if Mason is not playing, I don't want to touch this. If Mason is playing, I don't think I hate this. Let me see if we can. So it looks like his line started all the way down at 49.5. It's been as high as 54.5, which is where it is now. It's kind of been moving all over the place. I don't know. Not in love with it as I thought I would be. Okay, let's look back at the overs here. Seattle has a tough rush defense. There's only 2 teams that have allowed fewer rushing yards all season. They've allowed a little bit more here, but so what I look at, I do these shows for you guys Monday through Friday, and I tell you what I look at. But like in terms of like where my eye glances first, if I'm looking for over, which is what this is toggled in the top right over here, then I'm looking for somebody that's got green. And definitely not somebody who's got red, or even any red for that matter. And then my next thing is remembering from the team tools which team is projected to win, because winning props is all about game script. If you know who you think is going to win the game, or who you have winning the game, then you know if this team's going to win, they're going to run the clock out in the fourth quarter, so they're going to get more rushing attempts. If the team's going to lose, they're probably not going to be running the ball, so maybe you don't want to target an over for that. It's interesting that he's hit the 78% of the season. There's only been 2 games where he hasn't eclipsed 56.5. And I know Seattle does have a stout rush defense this season, but again, they've allowed a lot more on average in the last 3 games. They've went from 30th to 18 in the last 3. So it looks like the defense is getting a little soggy or a little worn down. I don't know if soggy is a good word, but hopefully it makes sense. But yeah, when he missed, he barely missed. I mean, his line's 56.5. He missed by 3 here and 7 here. So they're feeding him. And I think on the team tools, Seattle, I don't think they're favored. I think their spread is favored, but I think they still give the Rams. So yeah, the sportsbooks say the Rams have a 63% chance to win. RAI only says 51, which again, it still has them projected to win. Barely, which means, of course, there's a good chance they're running it in the fourth quarter to make sure the other team doesn't get the ball. Let's see if we can find a better line. 56.5, Kyren Williams. So again, if you missed it already on this YouTube channel, as soon as this stops, as soon as you're done with this channel or this stream, hop back, watch the video that talks about the Sunday Night Football matchup, which is the Lions and the Eagles. There's a video for that. I mean, the play that we're looking at is over. 3-3 cover and over. It'll work. So what we're doing here is we're looking for Kyren, best line for Kyren over rushing yards. Not St. Louis. Man, my brain's stuck in, what was that, 10 years ago they moved to LA? Oh, we're on receiving yards still. Rushing yards. Best line is BetMGM and Hard Rock. BetMGM, Hard Rock have him at 52.5. So that's what we're doing. So Kyren over 52.5 on the rush yards. Okay, so next, what do you want to do? You want to do passing yards? Do you want to do receptions? What do you guys Do we have any passing yards ones? We have a passing touchdown. I don't see any. Oh, we do have passing yards. Evan says Caleb Williams over 221 passing yards. We were talking about that. I think we were talking about that earlier in the Discord. Oh, Fear says there are 3 quarterbacks he's looking at for passing yards. Oh, those are all alt lines, Fear. No, you got to pick one play, and you can't do an alt line. We don't do alt lines on these shows. We don't do alt lines on any show. But yeah, let's look at passing yards next. All right. So, if you haven't typed anything in chat yet, you don't have to, but it's very important for you to drop your single favorite play, because that's what we're starting with when looking at different plays. So now we're gonna find 2 plays for passing yards. So we were talking about this in Discord. I was like, hey, like Buffalo's got one of the best pass defense, and they're like, well, Tua carved them up, and Tua, I wouldn't say Tua carved them up as much as it was Devon carved them up in the last game. But I think that they'd be angry that they got embarrassed by the Dolphins, and they would make sure at home against Tampa Bay that they're locking things down. So I don't want to put a red in there. Let's see. Who else? So he said Caleb Williams, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert were some options. I mean, I don't hate Josh Allen. He's got the green, so that's a good start. This season, he's only had 2 games of sub 200. So he started off, 3 games, I guess, New York Jets. But against the Dolphins, 306, 273. His line's at 216. And his line's gone down. It was as high as 229, so it's easier to hit the over. Was that 211 here? Man, let's see if we can find the best line for Allen. Actually, let's find the second play first, and we'll look at the best lines for both. So Josh Allen is somebody we're considering. Caleb Williams, somebody said. No, Joshua, I didn't say Sunday night was a rushing over. I said it was a rushing prop. I don't think I said over. If I did, that's not what I meant. I said just we've already gone over. Maybe that's what I meant. We've already gone over the second game, the second rushing prop. Maybe that's what I said. Maybe I did say the word over, but I think that was what I was referencing. But no, if you watch the video, you know what's up. So Caleb, why am I not seeing Caleb Williams? He's not near the top of anything, so I'm guessing he's not an awesome play. No, man, he's got 2.9% difference. He's got a difference of like 70 yards, and Minnesota's got the, 9th best pass defense this season? No, we're not doing Caleb Williams. I need another one. I need another passing yard prop. Somebody say J.J. McCarthy? Somebody was asking about their fantasy team. Stafford? You have Stafford yards? What's Stafford's line at? Nah, the difference isn't really too great there. It's only 10 yards. Yeah, I don't really like that too much. Especially if we already have them running out the ball in the fourth quarter, because we already went Kyron over. That wouldn't make sense to do both of those, I don't think. We already did. So if you're just tuning in right now, we already have 2 things that we did. We have done already a rushing yards. We've looked at our 2 favorite rushing yards. We've looked at our 2 favorite receiving yards. Right now we're working on passing yards. We're going to see if we can find the best line for Josh Allen. And then we're looking at, you like Mayfield over because it's raining. Wouldn't that be a reason not to like Mayfield over? Because teams run more in the rain because it's harder to throw in the rain. Michael just hopped in and said Mahomes under. I don't think we looked at that one yet. Mahomes under. KC. I mean, I like the red. I like the red here. But I don't like the fact that the AI, even if Mahomes is incredibly unpredictable at a horrendous 27.8% accuracy, I don't like the fact that even if it's only 4 yards, the AI favors the over. So I'm still trying to find one more passing yards prop to pair with Allen. I'm trying to keep game script. Mahomes is 2-4 covering the under. Yeah, he's highly unpredictable. That's what that accuracy should hop right out at you saying, don't touch this. Are there any under? I mean, we got Cam Ward versus Houston. Houston's got the 3rd best pass defense this entire season. Last time he versus Houston, he only threw for 108 at Houston. So but he's only got that 20% accuracy. And this is such a low line. Like, you never want to go under passing yards when the quarterback's got a line under 200. Is there not another play we can... Bo Nix under, Joey says? Yeah. So the AI, there's not that huge of a gap. But I think because we have so much red here, and the line is over 219, I just said you don't want to go under passing yards on a line that's 200 or less. His line's been all over the place. I wish we would have got it at 221 here. Okay, so let's look at the best line for Bo Nix and the best line for Josh Allen, and then those will be our 2 passing ones, I think. David, I was considering Jordan Love, but I think that they're going to win that game by enough that I don't see Jordan Love passing the entire game or needing to pass the entire game. So we're looking at passing yards. Looking at Bo Nix's line. No, passing yards. Best line is DraftKings and ESPN bet 219.5. Nix under 219. I have Nix starting in 2 fantasy leagues, so I mean if he gets over, then technically that's good for me on the passing side. I was the same. I was considering Darnold, but I don't like the defense he's versing, even though he should be passing in the 4th quarter. The other one we're going to look at is Allen, coming off a revenge game from getting completely embarrassed by the Miami Dolphins on national television. So remember, if you're going over, you want the lowest line, which is Bet Rivers 213. Okay, so we have our receiving yards, we have our rushing yards, we have our passing yards. What stat do you want to do next? Let me know in the YouTube chat what stat you want. In the YouTube chat, what stat are we going to focus on next? We already have three gatherings of props. We have 2 of our favorite receiving yards, 2 of our favorite rushing yards, and 2 passing yards. We can look at receptions, I guess. Let's do that. Let's look at receptions next. Oh, speaking of receptions, the Monday Night Football play. So I know this is mainly talking about Sunday football, but our Monday Night Football game has a receptions play, so that will be our first receptions prop. And if you haven't watched the Monday night video yet, you got actually probably 36 hours to watch that. So we're going to be doing our Monday night play of the day is our first receptions prop. And then we need a second receptions prop. I don't want 1.5 lines. So this guy was just traded to Seattle. So the target share, none of this matters. Everything you see on screen doesn't matter. He was just traded. So he's starting fresh. But even with him starting fresh, the AI says he should get 3 catches, but he may not be targeted at all while he's learning the system. So let's treat people on new teams the same way we treat people coming back for injury. And what do you think that is? It means we just simply don't touch them. But it is interesting to note. But something the AI and the sports books are on the same page on is Cade Otton getting at least 4 catches. He's had 6 straight games of 4 targets, 5 straight games of 5 targets or more, catching 4 of them. So he's hit this line in 5 straight, which is why you see the 100% hit rate on the L5. He doesn't have a crazy massive target share, and I highly doubt that any tight ends, you're going to see any tight ends really like 20% or higher. So for tight ends, I think 15 is a fair number. And the fact that his receptions projection is a full 1.01 higher, a 29% percentage difference, I think that's pretty nice. Over the last 3 games, he's averaged 6.6 receptions for 62 yards on average. So he's averaged 6.67 over the last 3 games. I think this might be our second one here. Joey says Cade is 2-1 covering the over. Good enough for me. Let's do that. Otton over 3.5. And if we're correct, so again, make sure that you know in your brain you have an idea of what the game script is, because you don't want to pick something for the game, a player prop or whatever, and then pick another player prop or team bet for the game, and they don't make sense with each other. Make sure everything, what the word is called correlation. Everything has to be correlated. So in this example, let's say that we do have Allen. So we already have one of our picks today is from this game. Allen over passing yards. If Allen has a ton of passing yards, chances are Tampa Bay is going to be trailing at the end of the game. If they're trailing, then Cade Otton needs a lot of looks to get those first down conversions. And so there's more reason. Again, the fact that he had freaking 12 targets last week, that's big. Godwin's out. Evans is out. He's kind of like the main de facto guy now. So, yeah, I like this one. Yeah, exactly what Seth said. Yeah, no Evans and Godwin. So he's definitely becoming like the de facto first target. Okay, so we have Otton, and then the Monday night play of the day, which if you haven't watched it yet, lock it in. That's the second one. Okay, so we got receiving yards, we got rushing yards, we got passing yards, and we have receptions. We already have receptions. We're using the Monday Night Football one as our second one. What else we got? Let's look at anytime touchdown. Let's do anytime touchdown next. These are going to be a little harder to hit. We'll still take a gander at them anyway. What is our favorite? Okay, I know some people in chat said anytime touchdown. Jake likes Gibbs. Bula likes Josh Jacobs. I thought I saw more than that. No, I guess there's just those two. So something that I often stress to you guys in the Discord, which again, you have to be in the Discord. There's absolutely no excuses. There's the amount of learning and helpfulness and guidance in the Discord for you not to be in there is absolutely mind-blowing. One of the things I say is that I don't like negative odds anytime touchdowns. You're like, oh, yeah, they score touchdowns all the time. But my rule of thumb when it comes to anytime touchdowns is this is the same rule of thought for home runs. It's the same rule of thought for goals in like soccer or hockey. I want to make sure that if I get someone getting into the end zone correct, I want to make at least double my money back. And a double up odds is plus 100. So that's why for me, the strategy, I want to make sure I get paid my worth. And the fact that you guys pick the top 2 ones, they're trifectas, they have a high projection. I get it. But Josh Jacobs is minus 205. Jahmyr Gibbs is minus 125. Even if you get it right, you're not getting enough profit for the risk of potentially getting it wrong. Because Gibbs is not the only running back that gets goal line carries or gets there at the end zone, like David Montgomery. You know what I meant. So, on that notion, I don't think there's any trifecta that's in plus odds, but the highest projection with plus odds would be, I guess Kyron Williams. We already have a prop for him, though. Essentially, Drake London. Drake London at 87% chance to get into the end zone, plus 110. Bijan's worse. T. Higgins. T. Higgins has been on fire since Joe Flacco became the starter of the Cincinnati Bengals. He has scored in 3 straight games, including 2 in the last one. Since Joe Flacco became the starter, there has not been a game where T. Higgins has not gotten into the end zone. Sam says, if you don't mind me asking, I want to lock in these 2 when we like locking in. I was thinking of taking 6, 7. Sam, just use the 20-80-20 rule in Discord. You don't ever have to like wonder if you should do this or that. The 20-80-20 rule kind of points in the right direction. You do your 20% plays first, and then you do your 80% plays first, and then you do your 20% plays based on the plays you've already locked in as your 80%ers. So it just makes it easier on diversifying your portfolio. So I think I actually like this. I like Joe Flacco continuing the undefeated streak of getting T. Higgins into the end zone. And it's plus 140. So if we're sticking on the trend of not doing a negative odds anytime touchdown, I would say T. Drake London's on 2 straight as well. First in Carolina. He's the next highest. So I think T. Higgins is plus 140 and Drake London's plus 110. They are the 2 highest projected touchdown chances for somebody that's got a plus odds. Freaking Raheem. What? This might be an outlier scenario where, but this is this is interesting. The AI thinks that Raheem has a chance of getting into the end zone against the Ravens, and he's plus 1,500. I would probably put like $1 on this, because I mean, if you do, you'd make $15 off that dollar. But I'm wondering what intel the system has that says Raheem Sanders is going to get any touches, especially the goal line ones. But it's like, hey, we think he might be getting into the end zone today. So that's good to know. Plus 1,500. Drop $1 on it. Why not? But T. Higgins and Drake London are the 2 plus money ones. So again, I'm not saying the other guys are not going in to the end zone. I'm saying that you want to make sure that you get paid, you at least double up if you get it right. And the plus 140 T, the plus 110 Drake, that's what it does. It gives you more than your double your money back. You can still bet these guys if you want to, but I want to keep pushing that, driving that point home. Raheem's had that line on the app all year. Maybe the app just really likes him. It'd be funny. The app's just like, I really like this guy. I hope that they give him the goal line carry. Dope. Yeah, we'll go over it in Discord when we're done. So yeah, if you guys want to recap the Discord, I'm gonna post in the Discord channel the recap of everything, because that's why I'm writing it down in my notepad so I can just copy and paste and put it in Discord after we're all done. But the people that get it earlier, the people that get the best lines. You tuning in, you being a part of this, you get the better lines than people just waiting for the recap in Discord. So we did anytime touchdown, we did receptions, we did passing yards, we did rushing yards, we did receiving yards. We have time to do one more. Do you want to do passing touchdowns? Do you want to do, let's maybe do team stuff. I don't know if the money line's all over a bunch of things today. Nah, there's not that huge of a difference. Like there's only one team that has higher than a 1.32, and that's because Detroit is favored to upset. Let's do. It'll be in the in one of the diamond channels. Yeah, I think we'll probably. I mean, if we're all doing props, I'll probably just drop the NFL props channel. Passing touchdowns. This guy, former UCF quarterback, he was almost broke a lot. He broke the NCAA record for most career touchdown passes. I really want him to be successful with Baltimore. But I don't know how you can have 3 out of 4 games as the starting quarterback. 3 out of 4 games. We get 0 passing touchdowns. This offense is just a mess. Joey B in Discord, or in the YouTube chat said, Flacco is 100% passing touchdowns on either side. The AIs correctly projected every single game Flacco has started for the Cincinnati Bengals. So let's take a gander at that first. 1.5, AI likes the over. Joey said the AI's never been wrong since he started, which was this game here. 3, 2, 4. And we also have T. Higgins, so this correlates with the T. Higgins play. So if Joe Flacco's first passing touchdown or second one hits T. Higgins, then we essentially hit both props at the same time. So there's a correlation there. Yeah, I'm not Gabriel. I don't even know what to deal with that guy. I don't trust the Browns offense at all. So Joe Flacco will be number 1. Oh, it's too late, Joe. You said 100%. There's no take backsies. Oh, undefeated on the over. That's fine. This is also interesting, though. So if we target the same ones in the same game, I mean, he's only thrown for 1 in the last 2. What is the total? Does the AI like the total going over or under in this game? It's pretty much even with what the line is at 47.5. Okay. I think I want the line to be at least 1.5 and higher. So technically the first one we're looking at is Joe Flacco because he's 100% on the over. And then the second one we're looking at, did somebody say anything in chat already? Did anybody call passing touchdown props? Let me scroll through real quick. I don't see anybody saying anything about passing touchdowns that they like. Howard already called Flacco, so we're already looking at that. So we did that one. But yeah, I think Howard's the only person that dropped a passing touchdown prop. Okay. So we want one more passing touchdown, and it's got to be game script oriented. So Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert essentially have a near identical projection, 1.99, 1.90. But Herbie has a 66.7% AI accuracy to Rodgers' 46.7. Herbert or Stafford? Joshua says. Wait, so Stafford's 71.43 on covering over passing touchdowns? Is that what you mean? Stafford, LA Rams. 2.5, though. That's a hefty line. Yeah. I'm not doing a 2.5er. We're looking for a 1.5 line. So it seems like a lot of people in chat like Herbert. Herbert 6'4" covering the over. Jake says Herbert. Joshua says Herbert or Stafford. Only had one against Pitt here. What does this game look like from the team side of things? LA Chargers. Not too high scoring, 44. Nothing crazy. 61% chance to win. I feel like it's crazy. Like, what am I missing here? How in the world are the LA Chargers only a 3-point favorite over Jacksonville? But the good news is that this isn't a blowout scenario. They're on the road. It's not a blowout. So they should essentially be passing. It's still in the fourth quarter because they don't want to give the Jacksonville Jaguars the ball to kick a game-tying field goal Again, you have to make sure that you have game script of what's actually happening in this game and what makes sense that way. So I think, I think we're gonna look at Herbie. Should we start riding Lamar again? We don't have to. He's made us a lot of money, and he's also 80%. First in Cleveland. See, the problem is that I think Baltimore is going to absolutely destroy Cleveland. And Derrick Henry is a much better running back right now, or in general, than Justin Herbert's running back options they have on LIC. So when I like passing touchdowns, I want the team that has the worst running back, unless they have like a magnificent catching back like CMC. But I think because the running back situation's worse for LA Chargers. Okay, here's an example. If you're on the 5-yard line, it's first and goal on the 5. Let's just say second and goal on the 5. What's most likely to happen with Baltimore Ravens? They're going to give the ball to Derrick Henry. But can you say the same thing with LA Chargers when freaking Oronde Gadsden II has been absolutely annihilating it for LAC in his rookie campaign? So that's kind of why I'm going Justin Herbert over Lamar Jackson there. So our 2 passing touchdown props are Herbie $1.5 and Flacky. Herbie and Flacky. Flacco 1.5. Okay. So, yes, I know that Lamar Jackson is a great football player, but I'm saying, based on game script, I think that Derrick Henry, I mean, I know Cleveland has good players on defense. Their team sucks so much that it doesn't matter if they could have the AFC Pro Bowl defense team and they'll still lose every single game. That offense is just a mess. That team is just a mess. Organization's a mess. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching the hour mark here, so we have all of those. So for anybody that's still here, you know what? Screw it. We're going to recap it on stream for you guys that are still tuning in. So here are the 5 pairings that we like from today's show. All right, I'm going to go through rapid fire quick. Go through all of them, and we're going to wrap it up, and we'll see you guys in Discord. Again, you cannot expect to be successful if you are not doing the free stuff. The Discord is 100% free to join. There are no excuses. There is enough people printing money just because they're in the Discord for you not to be in the free to join, free to download Discord app. It's a community chat room app. It doesn't mean you have to chat, but the amount of golden nuggets in there will definitely help you win more and lose less. Zero excuses. Get in the gosh dang Discord. If your question is, Travis, I'm new here. I just tuned into this stream. Looks awesome. How do I get in the Discord? Well, let me tell you, new person. In the top left of the app, there's a Discord logo. You tap on that to get in the Discord. But for the love of all that's holy, make sure you do the second step, which a lot of you are ignoring. The second step, after you've clicked the Discord logo to get in the Discord, you click the profile icon in the top left. And what that does is it goes to your profile page. There's a big sexy blue button here that's going to say Connect Discord. So if you've already clicked the Discord logo and you're in, you're like, hey, where are all the channels at? You skip step 2. Step 2, connect your Discord. This lets the system know that you're not a random fake spam bot and you are actually a human who's created their own PlayerProps.ai account. And that is how you get unlocking all the free channels. Also premium if you've already upgraded. But here's a quick recap for you guys. Okay, receiving yards. Noah Fant over 20.5. Jordan Addison over 44.5. Rushing yards, the play of the day from the Sunday Night Football show that's on this YouTube channel, and Kyron Williams over 52.5. Passing yards, Knicks under 219.5, Allen over 213.5. Receptions, the Monday Night Football play of the day that's on this channel, which you need to watch if you haven't yet, and Cade Otton over 3.5. Anytime touchdowns, specifically targeting plus odds touchdown picks, not focusing on the crazy high trifecta odds of like the minus 200 that freaking Josh Jacobs had or the minus 125 that Jamar Gibbs have. Focusing solely on people that will actually double your money or more. T. Higgins, Drake London. And then we finished off with passing touchdowns of 1.5 lines between Herbert and Flacco. Ladies and gents, make sure that you've clicked the subscribe button to this channel before you peace out. Also, on this YouTube stream, click the thumbs up video that lets YouTube know that, hey, I like this content, and it'll share it to more people. Make sure you're in the Discord. Again, for the trillionth time, there are no excuses. I just walked you through how to join it. You are only successful as you try to be. Not as you want to be, as you try to be. If you do not try, there is no success. You have to try. You have to do the free things. At minimum, the free things. And then once you do the free things, you'll be like, oh, this makes sense. This is why people are dropping winning screenshots and winning money every single day in the Discord, because they're following all the guidelines that has been bestowed upon the entire community. All you have to do is do what everybody else is doing. To wrap this thing up, my favorite Tony Robbins quote of all time that I mentioned on most of my videos: find someone having the level of success that you want and simply do what they are doing. Do you want to drop winning screenshots like a lot of people in Discord are doing every single day? What are they doing differently than you? Are they using the app differently? Are they using Discord differently? Learn from them. Do what they do. That's as simple as that. Ladies and gents, good luck today. I have not been paying attention to the Dolphins in the second half, so let me just see that we are winning or losing. It's a tie game, and Commanders have the ball. 7 minutes left on the Miami's 1. I don't even know what I want to happen with this game. I don't know if I want them to win or lose. I don't know if I want a higher draft pick or if there's actually an outside-the-box chance that we can get a wild card if we win out. I don't know. We don't do alt lines, Ray. That's why. He's at 2.5 on everything we were looking at. If you find him at 1.5, I'm sure the odds are like minus 200 or something crazy. But yeah, good luck, guys. We'll see you in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, that is the number one thing that is on your to-do list today. Before you do anything else, get into the Discord, connect your accounts, see why people are winning more and losing less than people not in the Discord. It's not rocket science. Just do what people that